So I've given the players the signal to start, and we'll be getting you underway in this grand final. Enjoy.
Here we go. This is it. Best of 7. It will take 4 map wins to win this tournament. And we are underway for the first time tonight in the grand finals. What is your pick here, Mads? Who's taking the grand finals today?
For once, I'll refrain from picking a winner. I think it's either player's way. Whoever can get these nerves under control will be the winner here.
These players are both in the map. We are neck and neck going 30 seconds into the first map, which is BT-MetalComplex. Roll pick.
Yeah, the first lava pool, no problems from both players. We see on a couple of deaths, including Roller Coaster, who died once, I believe, on that lava pool. No problems in the final. Great performance so far.
Yeah, so far, both players very stable. Ron showing a little bit more speed. I would expect Ron to be the quicker player here. Not by much. I think the margins are very, very tight between these two. And, you know, like we saw in previous matches, one mistake, one error that's causing you 2-3 seconds could make all the difference when it comes down to the third cap. Yep, Ron being the first to get to the lift jump sequence and makes the first 2 shots. First 3 shots, no problem for him. Roel as well, getting a much nicer last lift jump and does manage to gain some time up there. Both players taking the, I guess, the shortcut route here with the shot. And both players will be heading to the final obstacle, almost neck and neck with Ron having about a 2-second lead here on Roel.
Yeah, both are absolutely flying, and Roel just made the same obstacle again. Neck and neck grand final. What a start.
Absolutely. This is the high-level BT that we have been expecting all night. We have had a bunch of shit shows going around, but both of these players showing the highest level of Division 2 BT. VRN Ron taking the first cap. Roller Coaster not too far behind. There's a 3-second gap going into the first cap. And now approaching the flag room, both of them.
Yeah, good point there. Even half a second could matter in this kind of match. I cannot believe how tense it is.
Absolutely. Ron making it through the last room. Roel also making it through the last room. Ron is going to be the first one to grab the flag here and grab his second cap. Let's see what the difference is this time around. It's looking about 6 seconds or so. Indeed, 6.6 seconds behind. And Roel, at this point, has probably got to pull out something special. And both players flawlessly going through this map. Unfortunately for Roel, just being outsped by Ron. Ron is going to be picking up the flag here, and Ron is going to be taking the first map.
And he breaks the server record just by milliseconds, but he's done it. Yeah, I think it's quite a statement by Ron winning the first map. It will be down to Roller Coaster to respond here, so I'm expecting a big response from him. I think he takes this map.
Alright, I'm interested to see. I'm not doing predictions anymore, just like you did, Mads. I am refraining myself. And Roel getting greedy there for the first mover loop, and that is going to set him back very, very far indeed.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case. Roller Coaster realized he has to go full speed mode, and that didn't pay off for him there.
Yeah, I think we might have seen Ron actually take a death there on the lattice earlier on this evening, but no problems this time around. Let's see how Roel approaches it. He makes it no problem, and Ron is approaching the floating platforms room now, and I don't expect to see a death here, but you never know. The pupaes are coming up. Who knows what could happen here?
Yeah, in the short map like this, to see a death from your opponent definitely gives you confidence, you know, it gives you that insurance, you know, to slow down and rethink your strategy.
And the problem here for Ron, for Roel, is the fact that he took that death. He knows that he's behind, and he knows that he is likely the slower player here. And that is he's gonna have to make an adjustment here by going fast, by taking more risks, and it's gonna open him up for more mistakes. As we see him clipping, and because of that clip, he is going to take his second death there, and Roel not looking great in the second map, losing another about 12, 13 seconds on Ron, and you just can't afford to be making those mistakes here. Ron is going to be playing nice and safe, slow and steady, and I don't know, I don't see him dying, honestly, Mads.
Oh man, he's given an even bigger confidence boost for Ron, who's just cruising. I think he hasn't even slowed down despite the deaths of Roller Coaster.
Nope, and he's going to be taking his second cap here. He is on map point here, looking to take a 2-0 lead in the grand finals. Roel just approaching the floating lava platforms now. I mean, Ron, I think the only place where he might die, where he has any possibility, might be that lattice. That dodge can be a little bit weird. If you don't line it up correctly, then you can take a death there, and it would pretty much tie this up. Maybe not. I think Roel would be quite a bit ahead, actually, if he does die there, indeed. We have seen Ron failing in the flag room of ButtonMap previously in the semi-finals. He is susceptible to nerves. This is the grand finals, so don't count out a pupae death here.
Wow, yeah, what a statement from Ron. Can he make this last dodge? He
He
does.
does. And Ron, flawless as usual, Ron is going to be taking the second map and taking a 2-0 lead in the grand final. How do you beat this guy? That is
Yeah.
that is pretty much the question I'd be having. What do you need to do to beat Ron? Because right now he is looking so strong. Who will fare out better? This is map 3 of the grand finals. It is Roller Coaster versus VRN Ron.
Wow, an early stumble there from Roel. He nearly fell into the lava pit, but managed to control himself just in time.
Yeah, with that small mistake, losing about a second. But like we said, this is quite a long map, not very rush heavy. It's more about being consistent, hitting the shots across the map, hitting the jump arounds. You know, a room like the water one where you can climb up on the light, that could make all the difference here. If one player goes for it normally, one player doesn't, then it can go either way and you can gain up a lot of time.
Yeah, and in the early stages here, we're seeing Ron take the lead once again. Just it's been the case in all three
Ron
maps.
falling into the water. Let's
Just
see
when
Roel.
I said it!
Yeah, Roel. Let's see how he approaches this. And he does it, and he has
makes
taken
it.
the lead. That's what I'm saying. The water room makes all the difference. And Ron is having a pool party. He can't be liking that. He knows that he's probably behind now. He's going to have to rush a little bit quicker now just to catch up. But Roel getting through it the nice and almost intended way there. And like I said, that room can make or break the difference between these two players. And he's about 4-5 seconds ahead of Ron here.
Yeah, Roel's looking very good here, and he hasn't seen any deaths from Ron, so he might suspect that he's ahead, you know? That's the mind games that BT brings you.
Absolutely. You won't know until either you see your opponent die or you see your opponent cap as to where they are on the map. So Roel is probably rushing here, trying to get the best time possible. And then when he sees that he's going to be the first person capping, it's going to calm his nerves just a little bit.
Yeah, and the statement cap from Roel at 2:18 is definitely a good time.
Yeah, we expect to see 215s, 216s, 217s, 218s around this time for both of these players. Ron just making it up the platform there, not losing any more time. Very, very close from him.
Roel's still maintaining his lead. He looks to be gaining in confidence now that he capped first, you know, and I think he might be cruising here.
Absolutely. This is a difficult part of the map here. Roel making it no problem. Some players do struggle getting on top of that beam, and, you know, you can either jump off or you can dodge off. Let's see how Ron approaches it here. He misses it. Ron losing even more time now. And misses the dodge again. I think we are seeing those nerves that we talked about from Ron.
And he's joking!
He's choking again and again, and like I said, players have struggled on this part before. We're seeing Ron there, and he's probably lost about 15 seconds because of his mistakes there. He'll get this second cap in. He'll see that Ron is even further behind this time, and like we said, this is not a map that you typically die on. We have seen Ron just going through the map, losing time here and there. It's added up, and Roel, as long as he just gets a flawless run in here without dying, then unless he makes probably 25 seconds worth of mistakes or so, he is going to be ahead here.
Yeah, that's looking to be the case. Very consistent times from Roel. 2:18 and now followed by a 2:17. He's growing in confidence here.
Yeah, Ron spawning 21.7 seconds behind Roel here.
Yeah, I think the lead is too big for Roel to mess up here, so look forward to him taking the map here.
Looks like just this dodge to go. No problem for Roel. Just has to make sure he does not get crushed by this gate here. Taking it nice and safely. Very nice stuff there by Roel. He is going to be picking up the flag. He is going to be dodging into the bouncer. And missing.
Oh, and he fails! Fortunate for him, it's a teleporter.
Yeah, fortunately for him, it's a teleporter. But Roel is going to take map number 3 here. And we are at 2-1. But Ron still with the advantage. And we are going into map number 4. This is ButtonMap, a map made by Zeus. I think. Is it Zeus? Probably. I can't remember. It's been a long day of streaming.
Yes,
but...
it's made by Zeus.
Okay, good. Got my facts straight. And here we go. Both players in. Ron taking about a second lead here early into the map. very rush-heavy map, and we saw in the first map, which was BT-MetalComplex, Ron was just out-rushing Roel, so Roel probably hoping for some sort of at least small mistakes from Ron, which we have seen many of, at least in the flag room, for example.
Definitely, just a few seconds separating the players. Ron being ahead just has been the case in most maps.
Exactly. Ron finishing the sequence now, heading to the flag room. Roel not too far behind, literally just a second behind. Ron is going to be hitting the first shot here, picking up the flag. Roel hitting the first
flashbacks.
shot. Flashbacks for Ron. He's going to land on the spike. Definitely
flashbacks.
not going to...
He hits it.
He hits it. And both players are going to be taking their first cap here. Ron with a 3-second lead after the first cap. Hitting the second button, hitting the second shot, and making it through, no problem either. Ron's going to be picking up the flag and hitting the first shot. Landing on the spike, hitting the third, and hitting the fourth. No problem for Ron.
Confident cap.
Wow, Roel went for the 400 IQ play there to try gain some time. That was what I was talking about. Does he have that in his back pocket? And look, you got to respect the play there, Matt.
Oh, I love the play. He was behind by quite a big margin, and what a trick to pull out.
He tried his best there. You know, that probably would have saved a second. And he needed to gain those seconds and just missed the landing on the spike there. And it's advantage Ron to take a 3-1 lead and to go to match point in these grand finals. Ron hitting the first shot, hitting the second shot, going to the flag room, hitting the first shot, second shot, and this is going to be GG. Ron is going to be winning this one 3-1, and he's going to be taking the grand finals to 3-1 and match point. This is match point for VRN Ron. He could take Division 2 right here. Let's see how his nerves hold up here.
Yeah, all the pressure is on Rollercoaster now. And Ron is stumbling here, gives Rollercoaster the lead.
And, you know, little things like that may be what it takes. But, you know, like we always say in BT, you never know where your opponent is. Well, not on 95% of the maps. So, Roel, he'll be going guns blazing here, at least until the first cap, until he realizes what his lead actually is. And at this point, it's sitting around 2.5, 3 seconds here.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the first cap will be crucial for these players. You know, if you roll, if you cap first, you're thinking, oh, okay, that's good. I just need to keep this going.
Exactly. Just keep doing what I'm doing. One dodgy part coming up here for Roel is this bouncer that's coming up shortly. This is a bouncer that...
Ooh, sketchy from Ron! He dodges off.
Dodges off and opens the door even further for Roel. Roel is still rushing here. He does not know that he's in front, and he does not know that his lead is looking like 10, 12 seconds here.
Wow, Ron being under pressure, Rollercoaster being under pressure, you see, providing some more stability here.
Absolutely, and you know, a lot of pressure in this room, hitting your shots, a lot of players missing their shots so far today, but no problem for Roel. He's only got one more part, one more lift jump to go, and he'll be taking, getting an unlucky wall bug there. That is typical BT, comes out at the worst moments, but it's not going to phase Roel. He is going to take the first cap, and he is going to see how far in front he actually is, and he just needs to stay stable for the next 2 caps, and this map will be his.
Yeah, I think Ron just comes up with his cap, and I think you're happy if you're Rollercoaster at the moment. You're thinking, wow, quite a significant lead I have. Yeah, will this come down to the rush showdown on the last cap?
I mean, it's going to be a big deficit for Ron to catch up. I think he's definitely faster. My question is how much faster, as Roel misses the lift jump the first time, but makes it the second try. So recovering from that, and Roel on map point here. One more cap will do it for him. Ron entering the flag room now.
Yeah, lead seems to be very significant for Roel, assuming it's just a 125 map. 120?
Yeah, exactly. And looks like Roel's lead here is 13 seconds going into the final cap here.
Yeah, if I'm Ron, I'm thinking, you know, no matter how hard I rush, I probably cannot make up this deficit, so I just need to stay calm and collected and hope for a def.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all you can hope for at this point. Roel could mess up this room, you know, when you're scared, or not scared, when you're, I guess, nervous, your hands are shaking. These shots are not so trivial to hit. But for Roel, it's no problem. He'll be going to the flag room here to get his third cap. All he has to do is not get crushed at the end here. Let's see.
We see something absolutely crazy here.
And he does it. Roel, here we are, taking this one 3-2, and the 5th map is going to go to Roel.
Yeah, we have to give it to Roller Coaster though, to making it this far. You know, he's made it an interesting match. It could have been over by now, but his resilience is what kept him in the match.
Absolutely. I mean, nerves of steel from both of these players, and I hope we see that continue into this map. This is map number 6. This is Lost Temple by J Twizzy. This is Roller Coaster versus Ron, Grand Finals, map 6, match point for Ron. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, let's go, guys.
And the countdown has started. Both players have readied up. We have Roller Coaster on the left, Ron on the right, and we are getting into the map here. What are your predictions here, Mads?
Ooh, I don't know what to say, you know, Roller Coaster delivered time and time again under pressure, so we can't write him off just yet.
Absolutely not. As we see Rule missing some shots, but making up for it, luckily, and waiting for the door patiently. We already see Ron's speed and confidence on this map. I don't feel that from Rule's side at the moment. He definitely looked a lot more comfortable on a map like EvilTwin than he does here on Lost Temple.
Yeah, you're definitely right. We're seeing an early lead from Ron. Will that be the case?
I mean, yeah, it's not a map heavy with shortcuts. Places where you can lose time. I guess the toughest room is that slime lift jump that we saw Finals take a death in earlier tonight. I don't expect to see any deaths from either of these players. So it's really just, you know, who can get those faster cap times in.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the technique was nearly perfect on that slime jump from Ron, so I don't expect him to make a mistake there.
Exactly. Alright, Ron getting to the 5-button shot room while Roel is just half a room behind here. Probably around, looks like a 5-second deficit as far as I can tell, judging based on Ron's shots.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. Spot on with your timing there. And yeah, Ron approaching the interesting part of the map.
And one thing to note here that Ron has this timing down on point. Just look how tight when he gets to the end of this room here, how tight he is going to take that move. Yeah, you can choose how long you want to press that button for, how long you want to hold it open, how far the gate should open. And he has got the timing down pat to just squeeze through there. But one slight misjudgment, and he won't fit through.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he measured that perfectly.
Yeah, you see Rule taking a much more conservative approach there. Ron making the tough lift jump. Rule approaching it now. And no problem for Rule either. Both players getting to basically the final part of this map.
Yeah, not as confident on the lift jump as Ron was, but yeah, both players made it through.
Exactly, and Ron, we did see him failing in this room earlier, missing this lift jump, and he misses it again! Rule has taken the lead here. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I have seen Ron on this map, and that part of the map has plagued him earlier on today, and it's plagued him again here in the Grand Finals.
Oh, wow, yeah, these tiny mistakes. Wow, that's all the difference there is between the players.
Absolutely, and both players neck and neck here. Ron hitting that button about 0.2 earlier. Rule opening up that gate earlier, but doesn't really make too much time difference.
Ron went through the glitchy way on the left, but he made it.
He did adjust accordingly. He's going to be picking up the flag, taking the first cap, but Rule not too far behind, spawning 1.7 seconds behind Ron after the first cap here, and Ron throws out a boom into chat. Ron, once again, with that tight timing, and he's probably going to gain another 3 tenths here.
Yeah, I've seen that thirst there from Ron. He's feeling confident, it seems.
He's feeling confident. It is match point for him, and he has suffered from nerves earlier on. So I wouldn't be too confident if I was him. Let's see. He makes it through the gate there. Very nice stuff. Rule also making it through the gate, taking a tighter timing this time. Ron approaching the lift jump, and no problems for him all evening on that lift jump. Rule, getting so close to the slime there, but making it through.
Speed. That was close, yeah, but both players made it.
Alright, Ron approaching the lift jump. That has plagued him so far today. Let's see if he's got the timing down this time. If not, it's going to open the door once again for Rule.
I think that's the key part here for Ron.
Absolutely, and he does make it this time, and pretty much guarantees himself a cap here. Has to get this lift jump to the button, which he does no problem. And Rule going for the lift jump now, and makes it.
Wow, amazing speed from Ron. He's keeping the pressure on Roel. When Roel will see the cap time, you know, he'll definitely be worried.
Exactly, I mean, pressure's on Rule here. Ron approaching the flag for his second cap. Ron is indeed going to be taking his second cap. And Ron is on championship point here for Division 2. This is what it comes down to. One more cap on LostTemple. He's practiced this hundreds of times, I'm sure. But it all comes down to this.
Yeah, what a display from Ron at 2:53 to break the server record on the second crucial cap.
And here's Ron. Ron is, I mean, one thing I don't like to see from Ron here is that he's not really adjusting his speed. He's still rushing very, very quickly. And at the end of the day, that's something that could cost a player here. He knows he has such a sizable advantage on Roel here. He just needs to slow it down. Just take it easy. Just breathe. And just get through the map flawlessly. That's all he needs to do at this point.
Yeah, definitely agree with you, but that I don't think Ron agrees with you. He's thirsting around the way.
I mean, yeah, he could be the Division 2 champion, so I don't want to tell him how to play. But, I mean, if I'm in his spot here, just slowing it down, not taking things so quickly. Ron making it across that long dodge there, and Roel just opening the gates now.
Yeah, it could be confidence in his own ability, you know, that he can produce these incredible displays under pressure.
There we go, exactly. Ron hitting the 5-shot sequence now, and then will be going down the lift, approaching the infamous slime room for the final time. Hopefully, if you're a Ron fan or if you're Ron himself, while Roel is only just approaching the 5 shots now.
Yeah, and no thirsts there from Ron. I think he might be focused now.
He's very focused, but it all comes down to this. Oh, Ron! Ron!
Oh, he saves himself!
Ron just saves himself there. That could have been crucial. Are we seeing the first possible signs of nerves from Ron here?
Was it a 400 IQ save? Maybe he sensed that he's going to walk off that platform.
It looked like he was going to walk off that platform. I have seen the replay. I will be checking that after the match. But it definitely looked like he was about to fall off that platform. He jumps backwards and then almost missing the dodge as well.
Wow, I'm looking forward. Oh, and Roel.
Roel taking a death. This is, unfortunately, I think this is it. I don't think there's anywhere for Ron to die at this point. It is championship point. This is the grand finals. It's match point for Ron. He misses the button, but at this point, it does not matter. It looks like that Ron is going to be the Div 2 champion here, Mads.
Oh yeah, it's looking like that. And Roel made a... Yeah, I think he just put a nail in his coffin there.
And Ron hitting the bug that Gem hit so much yesterday, but he recovers from it. He is going to grab the flag, and Ron waving to the camera. Ron is your Division 2 champion of the BT Cup 2021.
Congratulations, Ron. You deserved it, mate. You brought your best game to the finals. Can't get any better than this. Amazing stuff.
Absolutely. A huge performance from Ron in the grand finals. Absolutely deserved this. Commiserations to Roel. He, I'm sure, will still be happy with his second place. He will be taking home 125 euros for his efforts this week. Ron, your winner, going to be taking home 305 euros. Not a bad payday if you're the German today.
No, not at all. And if you love BT, that's just rewards you for having fun, really.
Absolutely. That was a really, really, really high skill match there, Mads. I mean, what can we say? That just sums up, you know, Div 2 in perfection. We couldn't have asked for anything better. We had our shit fiestas earlier on in the day, and this time it was just an impressive performance all round.
Yeah, it doesn't come any closer than this. It all came down to these tiny little mistakes. Yeah, great stuff from both these guys.
Absolutely. So, that is it, Mads. That's Division 2 done and dusted. We have finished Division 3. We have finished Division 2. And all that means is, for you and I, for the rest of Division 1, our time has come.
Yeah, our time has come. I can't wait for the matches. I think we might have a few tomorrow. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be updating the schedule.
Absolutely, there's a huge schedule. A lot of matches are being moved around so we can get those live and out to you guys, the viewers. And I mean, before we sign off tonight, firstly, I just want to give a big thank you, Mads. You've stuck around here at this point now for 8 hours with me, commentated on, I don't even know how many matches we saw, I think 6 matches at least. It's been a full day of Bunnytrack, and I couldn't have done this without you. I really, really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Soupy. I appreciate for having me here. For giving me the chance to co-cast with you, to giving me an opportunity to come out of my shell. It's not the typical thing I would do usually, so quite happy with that.
I mean, I think everyone in the chat can agree that they have enjoyed your commentary all day long. Throw your hearts out in the chat for Mads, who has joined me all day. It's been absolutely epic with him. I also want to give a big shout out to Nin, who has been behind the scenes organizing all the map picks, letting me and Mads be able to take some time, to have a break between each match, to catch our breath, to take some Ricola and get our sore throats under control. So a huge shout out to Nin, and not only Nin, but literally all the other admins in the Cup. We still have Division 1 to go, but the amount of effort that the admins are putting into this, I mean, is remarkable. This is a voluntary thing that we do as admins. And you know, this is time that we are giving up. Unfortunately, I'm not practicing for Div 1. I'm going to be an absolute shit show in Div 1, but hopefully these streams make up for it, and hopefully this entire Cup makes up for it. So a huge thank you to Nin, huge thank you to the rest of the admin team, Big Boss, Puka, Gem, everyone, Nettles. I'm sure I'm missing people. I'm just rolling them off as they come to my head. And then finally, a huge thank you to everyone in chat tonight, for everyone who stuck around. A couple of you I have seen here for the full 8-9 hour stream that we have had today. I hope that it's been entertaining, hope that you enjoyed the content, and I hope you stick around and follow us. Make sure to follow Super, make sure to follow Mads, make sure to follow Kleps, make sure to follow every other streamer, because we have a lot of hot Div 1 action coming this week.
Yeah, we couldn't have done it without all the input from you guys, from all the players, all the admin team, everybody that's contributed to the Cup in any way. Big thank you to you guys. That's what we love to see, and we both made this Cup a special one.
Exactly. Once again, Mads, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations to Ron, your first place finisher. Congratulations to Roel, your second place finisher. And congratulations to Skarn, third place finisher, each taking a piece of that €510 prize pool. But for now, on behalf of myself, on behalf of Mads, on behalf of the entire admin team, thank you everyone for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure.